Hello there, Larrys. It is I, the vicious scumbag. And across from me,
your honorable sensei.
And together we are
Longturnlarry Podcast. And today we got a genocidal, man-child, baby mama killing, long sword having, luscious hair brushing,
one chicken wing having nightmare
bitch.
angel.
So we is Sephiroth, the FABLED Soldier, not any of the other ones, because there's like 3 Sephiroths or 4 at this point. This Sephiroth is the FABLED Soldier. He is too generic and a black for a human avatar. Ooh, soldier. Whenever Sephiroth enters or attacks you, he sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. Whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. If this is the 4th time this ability has resolved, this turn transforms Sephiroth. Sephiroth the one-winged angel because he's too good for 2. It's a 5/5 flyer angel nightmare avatar. He has the ability Supernova. As this creature transforms into Sephiroth one-winged angel, you get an emblem. Ooh.
You heard it here first.
Whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Whenever Sephiroth attacks, you may genocide any number of creatures. If you do, draw that many cards.
Incredible. This flip side is crazy. We get an emblem. An emblem. Oh, man. Only planeswalkers were giving you that kind of absolute heat. And this is a really good emblem, too. Thank you, Sephiroth. So our objective is to get out the, luscious avatar and then allow him to flip as soon as possible. That way we can then, gain that emblem. I mean, at that point, nothing else matters. We can just keep doing it. Oh, no, he died. We can't wait to get him back.
Yeah, Sephiroth flipped is a giant amount of card advantage. So once we get to the mid game, we want to just be drawing an obscene amount of cards.
Yeah. And then at that point, the board state turns into whoever board wipes is probably going to die. Because then you just target all of that onto them. And then now you have a big incentive to not board wipe us.
And then if we cast Sephiroth again, we get a second emblem.
Yes. There is no downside in theory to that. And emblems have no limitations. Man. Wizards, what were y'all thinking? Thank you for this, but mercy.
They were thinking of the collateral damage that you will do to your opponents, and that's what we're going to do. Everybody's got to give an arm and a leg for these prices, so we are playing almost every Fleshback Marauder variant, a Curse Marauder, Demon Disciple, and Plague Crafter. We are also playing a lot of Edicts, Innocent Blood, Shieldred's Edict, Soul Shatter, Vona's Hunger is
chef's kiss.
Excellent.
Chef's kiss.
And Flare of Malice, because why not? And of course, if we're going to be sacking, we want to make sure that you're going to be sacking. So Grave Pact and Dictate of Erebos are probably some of the best cards in the deck, and almost guarantee that nobody else will have a board once they hit the battlefield.
Oh, yeah. You see, Sephiroth doesn't care if it's yours. The Vicious misread this at the very beginning and understood later from the Honorable's assistance here. Sephiroth just cares if 4 things die. And so any one of these effects is going to just, you play them. And as long as each player has a creature, for example, Fleshbag will kill itself as well as 3 other things. So that these immediately would flip over Sephiroth. Great Pact and Dictator are going to keep the board clean too. This is easily the fastest way to flip the boy. We also have Gary in here just because Gary isn't the sacrifice. Gary's just player removal. Once we get everybody decently low enough and we were going to be a target, Gary is just going to allow you to get a lot of your life back and possibly wipe out everyone. There's a good chance that he might kill people.
Sephiroth is the payoff to sacrifice and a sacrifice outlet. So for the most part, we just need a lot of bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Exactly. These are the bulk of our creatures, would you say? Would be on the either we like to see things die or we are dying?
Yeah, these creatures don't have much longer to live. Let's just say the least. Sephiroth is a cult leader, and all of these people willingly drink the Kool-Aid.
Ooh, it's delicious.
Like Kool-Aid soaked champion.
Oh, yeah.
He's standing amongst friends like, why no affect me?
He just keeps coming back after drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh, he's so devoted.
Just like Forsaken Miner, he brings the children in.
Oh no. Not the miners.
Not the miners. And of course, we wouldn't have dedicated dead body if we didn't have Gravecrawler here. All we need is another zombie, and well,
there are plenty. We also like the idea of the creatures that say, whenever I die, I make some things too. So we have a couple here that just like to say, whenever I'm going to pass away, I'm going to give you some kind of benefit. We have Infestation Sage. This is the Doomed Traveler of Mono Black. It's going to give us a black and green boog. We have Nested Shambler, which is then going to give us squirrels, which we always love squirrels. We have a Shambling Gasp. Instead of creating another creature, this is going to give us a treasure token for its finish.
Or
we could use it to put a -1/-1 on something, allowing us to remove a pesky 1/1. And we have a delicious Rat Warlock with Nezumi Link Breaker. We're breaking chains. When this one dies, we're going to get a 1/1 red merc. We really like the secondary effect. It's cool, but the main thing here is it dies and gives us something else.
we also have Bloodghast here. He will continually come back turn after turn after turn, getting deleted for us to draw more cards. Nether Trader also fits that same strategy. Whenever another creature is put to a graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay black. If you do, you can return it. This does not have to be done on your turn.
We love getting everything back, and we love it coming back more and more.
9 lives is also a cat that has 9 lives, and we will deplete every single one of them. Every time it dies, it will come back at the end of the turn.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it revives and then comes back at the beginning of the next end step. Yep, at the end, it just meow.
Genesis Chamber is a card that the scumbag went to take out of here.
For good reason, but it's also a good
for
reason.
For bad reasons, because he doesn't know how this deck plays.
It also fits what we're trying to do. I know why you have it in here. I'll argue against it, but why do we have it in here, Honorable?
We have it in here for ridiculous amounts of fodder that we can sack. Who cares if they also get fodder as well? We'll get rid of their fodder eventually.
Yeah, the scumbag just likes it to where when we use some of those collaterals, the collateral, we want it to drop more, and Genesis gives them more bodies, but I agree with Honorable in the long run. Having more souls for old Sephi bestie to claim is way more relevant for us than them having some meaningless 1/1 mirror.
More genocide.
When in doubt, more genocide.
Some of these cards will bring one creature every turn. We have Bitter Blossom, of course, you knew it was going to be here. Jadar gives us a zombie at the end step. Lord Skitter, Sewer King, always gives us a rat. And he exiles things from the graveyard. Ophiomancer gives us a snake every upkeep as long as you kill your snake. So it's very important to already have a stock outlet when you have Ophiomancer.
We want more snack.
We want more snack.
We have Fumulus, the Infestation Boy. This one's going to state whenever a player sacrifices a non-token creature, we get to create a 1/1 flying bug. We just are going to be doing this. We're always going to be sacking, and it says player, so we get the bugs even without having to interact with others. We do like the secondary effect on our wonderful flying vampire bug. It states whenever an insect, leech, slug, or worm that we control attacks, defending player loses 1 life and we gain life. We do have a way to actually make a good amount of bugs. So once we do have a fair amount of them, this effect will allow us to kind of finish off with flyers that last pesky enemy. This bug does have an ogre best friend. You see, he deals with rats instead of bugs. We have the Ogre Slumlord. He'd be running your local apartments down here where we live. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you create a 1/1 black rat. This doesn't have to be things that you control. We just don't get to flying. Instead, we get a bunch of rats that have death touch. So good luck, trying to trade off whether you're going to take 5 damage from rats or you're going to give up something to block it.
I was hiding.
It's sticky, so you won't drop it. Oh, I love Twitch. There's a couple in here that these ones are a little better to use, but you have to use them correctly. We have Sengir Autocrat and Endrick Sar Master Breeder. That's a name. With Sengir, whenever enters, we get 3 serfs, and then whenever he leaves, you exile all serf tokens. So the key here is you have to use your serfs before you let him die. Just remember that. And then with Endrick, it's kind of a different way. Endrick cares when you cast creature spells. He then creates X amount of thralls, where X is the mana of what you just spent. If you get to 7 or more, you have to kill the Master Breeder. So before you get to 7 thralls, kill them. That way you're making sure that as you play things, you can continue to make more, 1/1 black creatures to be able to kill out. He's a fantastic body maker. Just don't let it get to 7 because we don't want him to immediately die. We need him to stick around.
Yes, Frankenstein will eventually get killed
Yes.
by his creations. But you know who would never get killed by their creations? Gisa the Hellraiser.
Oh, she's so
she
good.
is probably the best card in the deck. She says that skeletons and zombies you control get +1/+1 add menace. Cool. Whenever you commit a crime, create 2 tap 2/2 zombie rogue creature tokens. This ability only triggers once she's turn. Fine, it's fair. We're getting 2 bodies. You know that pesky little ability that Sephiroth has? That emblem targets a player. So if we ever sacrifice, I don't know,
anything,
we could target a player and make 2 zombies.
Well, not even. If anything just dies, this will trigger.
Oh, you have to target it.
No, I'm saying the emblem is a targeting effect.
Yeah.
It doesn't care if it's your stuff. So just if anything dies, you can just... And now you get 2 zombies. Yeah, no. Incredible. Gisa digging up a whole backline for us. And we don't even have to do anything. It's free, technically. Oh, Gisa's so good. And we have Ward just naturally. Chef's kiss. I agree with you, Honorable. I think she's the best card in the deck.
We run 3 planeswalkers, and they're all very important to us. The number 1 is Tavish Zot, Doom of Fools. He is a
Doom.
Zot, whatever the hell that is.
Whatever a Zot is.
He comes in with 4 loyalty counters. He +2s up to 6 creates 2/0/1 thrall creature tokens. The +1 is the effect we're probably never going to use.
Yeah.
You may sacrifice another creature or planeswalker. If you do, draw 2 cards. Then draw an additional card if the sacrifice permanent was a commander. We have plenty of other ways to sacrifice. We don't really need to use his ability. And then his -10. Give me your commanders.
All of them. If you have not been in a game when this ult goes off, it is devastating. It is also hilarious. It is one of my favorite Planeswalker ults out there.
If you want to see, you're not going to necessarily win, but you will make the saltiest players you have ever seen.
The calmest person in your play group will lose it. I promise. When you take it from the command zone, like, I can't even cast him. He's like 10 mana. Like, not for me.
You know what? This usually gets people to board wipe, and then they forget that you have this emblem and that somebody's going to die.
Yep. They're like, that's not fair. I'm going to get rid of everything. And
You know
you're like, I'm going to get rid of you. Oh,
If I can't have your commander, you can't be alive.
that's right. No one will be.
Then we have Liliana, Dread Horde General. Whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card.
Yeah.
She enters with 6 loyalty. Man, that's a lot of loyalty. Her +1, create a zombie. Her -4, each player sacrifices 2 creatures.
It's so good.
-9, each opponent choose a permanent they control of each permanent type and then sacrifices the rest.
It's so powerful. And it's hard to stop us from getting to it because any Planeswalker, Larry's, that pluses to make bodies to block, Just,
These bodies ain't gonna be there for long. What you talk about?
but they're so good because they normally just get buff and beef, and then it's hard to get to them. And we love you, Lily. Lily is very good.
And then we have everybody's favorite Lolly, Spider Queen. It's Lolith the Spider Queen. She enters with 4 loyalty, but she has a static ability that says, whenever a creature you control dies, put a loyalty counter on Lolith. Crazy.
Yeah, she'll get huge.
Her 0 is you draw a card, you lose a life. Okay, so regular black stuff.
Cool. Phyrexian Arena.
Her -3 is you create 2/2/1 spider creature tokens with menace and reach.
Super good keywords.
Super good, super good. And then finally, you get an emblem with whenever an opponent is dealt combat damage, they're essentially guaranteed to take 8. That's essentially what she does. If you take 1, you take an additional 7. You take 6, you're going to take an additional 2. That's what she does. So terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. Those little 1/1s now turn into 8/8s.
Essentially.
So we got a bunch of bodies. We got some boys bringing some boys. And of course, we like things dying. So we have things that want to eat and things that want to watch.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, it's creepy when you say it like that. It's like a demented mukbang.
It's just eating people over here speaking in a language we don't understand. Hey, I'd still watch it. I'd be doom. Hey, that's real doom scrolling.
Gross. Okay, so our sacrifice outlets are Carrion Feeder, Vasir Seer, Warren Soul Trader. All of these are excellent free sack outlets. Warren Soul Trader goes infinite with 2 other cards. I bet you can't guess which one they are. And then we also have Skull Clamp because, of course, clamp to your brain, hope you die.
We got to give them the clamps. Gotta clamp them.
Braids is a great card. Sometimes you're not even going to sacrifice a creature. You're just going to sacrifice a land just to draw some cards.
She's beautiful too. And then the fact, like, if they don't do it or they, and they don't want to join in and we just ping them down, Braids puts a timer on the game. Thank you, Braids.
Or if they do it, they're going to lose some more life.
Yeah, exactly. They got to do something. And Sephiroth is like, ooh, Braids, I like you. Yeah, that's it. That's Sephiroth's girlfriend is Braids.
And then we have the master of pranks himself, Rankle. He's got flying haste. Whatever he deals combat damage to a player, you may choose any number. Each player discards a card. Each player loses 1 life and draws a card. Each player sacrifices a creature. We're probably going to choose the first and the last because we're drawing an ass ton of cards.
Yeah, we don't need to give them a free Phyrexian Arena. The 1 extra damage, no, we're not trading that to give them a card to remove our beautiful Sephi bestie. Now, these boys like to eat. These ones like to watch. They're sitting in a chair at your local hotel inn. These are the cards that like to see the things die. These are easy aristocrats. You will be familiar with a lot of these, and they're all going to do roughly the same thing. Some of them are slightly better than others. We have Blood Artist, Marionette Apprentice. Marionette is going to care about creatures and artifacts. Zulaport, Sir Conrad the Grim. Probably the GOAT of this position.
The best uncommon ever printed. Don't at me.
Don't at me, but you know he is. Now, we do have some card draw effects here. We have Grim Horspex and Midnight Reaper. These two are going to do something very similar here, which is if something is not a token and it dies, then we get card draw. Midnight Reaper gets mad at you and hurts you to do the same effect. And this wouldn't be an aristocrat things die deck if we weren't running the Pirate King of this. Pitiless Plunderer is forever one of the best cards for this strategy. He doesn't care what dies as long as it's yours, and if you do, you get a treasure token. That is going to accelerate us immensely. Oh, Honorable, you got to take this card. This thing is gross.
His name is Karavek. He likes pain. He's a freak like that. He says, whenever you commit a crime, exile up to 1 target black card from your graveyard and copy it. You may cast a copy. If you do, you lose 2 life. This makes our removal insane.
Yeah.
Like, we get to buy back removal. We get to buy back cards that have already died and we can't get back as easily. He just does the nuts.
Yeah, Karavek Honorable brought it to my attention with the fact that we're constantly committing crimes. Sephiroth is a criminal mastermind. And that emblem making it a target player instead of it being each player makes these go off so much harder. It is wildly strong.
Talking about removing creatures, let's remove some creatures. We have Feed the Swarm, which also kills enchantments. We're going to lose life equal to the mana cost, but it's worth it because dirty enchantments, we don't like them.
Filthy.
Withering Torment also can remove enchantments and creatures at instant speed, but we're going to lose 2 life when we do so. Infernal Grasp destroys any creature. We're going to lose 2 life. Fell the Profane is on a land, and that's why we're playing it. Just destroy target creature or Planeswalker. Toxic Deluge is our only board wipe because... do you need a board wipe when you have this much removal? I don't think so, but Toxic allows us to just full send.
Yeah, Toxic is if you're trying to have fun and I can't, no one will.
No one will. And then, of course, we have the freest removal here, Snuff Out. We will gladly take 4 damage to kill your non-black creature. It can't be regenerated, Wolverine.
Get out of here, bub. So many things got to go. We are, of course, mono black. So we have a very small recursion group here because there are some things like Honorable had mentioned earlier that aren't naturally going to recur themselves. We are running a lot of great creatures that are going to bring themselves back naturally, but we are going to lose important pieces. So specifically, we have one recursion that's going to keep coming back. That is Chthonian? Cthulhian. Cthulhu's Nightmares. For 2, we get an enchantment that states when it enters, we get 3 energy counters. And then it states you may pay X and an energy, sack a creature. If you do, return this enchantment to your hand and return target creature card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. We just love this. It's going to allow us to continue to recur creatures and we get the Nightmare back. We love repeatable. It's always wonderful. Malakir Rebirth being the other MDMFC or MDFCs. Is that what they're? MDFCs are wonderful. We love the land flips. And this is just going to give us, a creature. If it dies, bring it back. This is mainly for Sephiroth. We're wanting to make sure that we keep the boy alive. Or you can use it for a really cool ETB effect with, say, like Gary. We still would rather hold it for protection. And lastly, we have a Lively Dirge. Nisa here is having a great time with her friends inside of a church, it seems. This is a spree card, allowing us to search our library for a card and put it into the grave. And we can then return up to 2 creature cards with total mana value 4 or less from our graveyard to the battlefield. If you have the mana, we wouldn't mind doing both. But otherwise, you can prioritize this to either go tutor for something or to go get back 2 creature cards from our graveyard.
How are we going to cast this stuff? Well, we got Ramp. Dark Ritual, of course, should be in every mono black deck.
Yes.
Culling the Weak is something Sephiroth likes to do. Sacrifice a creature, we're going to get 4 black. Black Market, no connections.
None.
Whenever a creature dies, we're going to put a charge counter on Black Market. At the beginning of our pre-combat main phase, we're going to get a black for each charge counter. Dog, this will be all the mana that we'll ever need every turn once this gets started.
Yeah. Black Market Connections is such a good card. Again, you're mono black. Why are you not running this? Whenever a creature dies, it doesn't even care if they're yours. You just get a huge amount of mana.
And then Crick, son of Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth. What's there to say? He does everything you would want to do in a Magic card ever. He takes away pips and we only have to pay the generic for most of our cards. Of course, we're going to pay that 2 life. We're black. We sacrifice stuff. We gain life. It's cool. He gets lifelink. He hits somebody. We gain that life.
And then he gets huge just by us playing the deck. And then you can cheat him out so early, it's not even funny. Take the 6 life. Get a Kirk out on turn 3. Live a little.
Of of course, Soul Ring Arcane Signet will be done.
And that's it. This is a beautiful Sephi bestie. We're rocking 2 lands of note. We have Phyrexian Tower and Westvale Abbey. These are just lands that are going to give you a sack outlet. Westvale can flip and turn into a monster. And then Phyrexian Tower is just going to give us 2 additional black for killing something. And these are just wonderful lands to have. Otherwise, you can just run swamps and this thing will run just fine. I love monocolored decks.
But yeah, Sephiroth is a simple deck. If you already have a mono black deck, you probably know about the majority of these cards. We're not breaking any new ground with this.
No.
So, get a whole bunch of bodies, kill them with Sephiroth, draw a whole bunch of cards.
Yep.
Rinse and repeat. Hope your friends cry a lot. If you would like, please comment, and subscribe. We got more decks coming. We're going to be putting out some more stuff. So please stay with your Larrys and maybe you'll see something unique.
We try to bring you guys good content. We don't like cookie cutter decks. If you're new here, just know that we're not going to run some of the run-of-the-mill cards because they're generically good. So don't expect to see them all the time on our list. We try to bring you guys some unique flavor. So we really hope that you enjoy it. We do love making it.
I am your honorable sensei, and across from me,
the vicious Final Fantasy scumbag.
And together we are
Longturnlarry Podcast.
Genocide?